and just make a point. Galatians chapter 1, verse 6. It says, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you unto the grace of Christ unto another gospel, which is not another. But there be some that trouble you, and will pervert the gospel of Christ. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And as I said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that which you have received, let him be accursed. I want to deal with a number of issues that are important. First of all, Sam Shamoun. I've always loved Sam Shamoun. He's a great mind, has done many great things, but he has sunk into Roman Catholicism. He started to embrace Mariology. This is well documented. He works with Albrecht, a Catholic apologist. This is well known. I'm not saying anything that people don't know. This is dangerous stuff, and he is being accepted by David Wood and other evangelical apologists, and nothing's being said about it. Secondly, Catholic Ben is a Catholic, but many evangelicals are listening to him on Speaker's Corner. But he's a Catholic. He doesn't believe in justification by faith. Thirdly, Bob the Builder is also a Catholic, or a closet Catholic, who won't speak out about his theology, and also has a lack of understanding when it comes to the inspiration and authority of the Bible. Who's quite happy to say that the Bible can have mistakes in it. He's been on record to say that. So I want to just say a couple of things. The first thing is, and I've said it again and I'll say it again, that they are, I want to say they are an unholy Trinity. They are an unholy Trinity that are doing great damage to the cause of Christ because of certain issues. One issue is ecumenicalism. Because they are Catholic and they are pushing ecumenicalism, and because there are many people on the internet who don't really understand Christian teaching, they are ecumenicalists. So they say, oh, don't say anything about Sam Shamoun, don't say anything about Bob the Builder or Catholic Ben because they're Christian. That's ecumenicalism, because you don't fully understand that Roman Catholics do not teach salvation by grace. They don't teach that, so it's completely different from evangelicalism. So ecumenicalism is wrong, and yet these guys are pushing it. It's undermining biblical Christianity, and many on the internet are following it, and you're in danger of being corrupted, your faith being corrupted. That's number one. Number two, Sam Shamoun has been treating people very badly on the internet. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to treat people in the most rudest, obnoxious way. And just because you're famous, you shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. That's number two. Your behavior on the internet should be right. I've called Catholic Ben evil, an evil Catholic, on the basis of Galatians chapter 1 as a teacher. As a teacher, he is doing evil, teaching the wrong gospel. So I call him an evil Catholic. I don't call all Catholics evil, but because he's a bad teacher, an evil teacher, Galatians chapter 1 allows me to say it. But Sam Shamoun is on record of saying really rude and bad things to people. And just because you're a famous apologist, it doesn't give you the right to do that. Thirdly, Catholic Ben and Catholic Bob, though they are knowledgeable, they are not humble. They've not trained anywhere. They have not gone to a church where they are humbly taught. So they've just set themselves up, and you've got to be careful of people who just set up these apologetic ministries. They might sound smart, they might sound clever, but are they accountable? Have they had the humility to be taught? And so what we find is Catholic Ben and Catholic Bob, they spout off these things. They seem to be very clever and smart, although I don't think Ben is as clever, as smart as he thinks he is, but Bob is a smart lad. They present themselves as these expert apologists, but you've got to remind yourself, they've just set themselves up. They've had no training. They've not been in a church where they've studied under a pastor and learned humility. So the danger of that is they pick up some bad teaching and they propagate it. And with Catholic Ben, he's become a Catholic. He went to Spurgeon Seminary. He didn't even do a full course. He's not even done a full course. So he couldn't even do a proper course in theology, and yet he set himself up as some kind of apologist. Bob the Builder, he is smart, and he's done some great arguments and whatever, but he's on record of making some big mistakes when it comes to theological statements, because